cyberbullying is a problem with impact on the academic performance and self-esteem of a person. It has also become an increasingly serious problem, affecting the mind of the victim. It's common that the problem appears in school. We can raise awareness by sending information to social networks like Facebook, and a small grain of sand is needed to create a tolerant and solidary society. The surveys show us alarming results, and the conclusion is that cyberbullying can be removed completely with a little help from everyone. Cyberbullying is described as being aggressive, an intentional act or behavior that is carried out by a group or an individual repeatedly over time against a victim who cannot easily defend him or herself. This problem can appear in various ways, as text messages, videos, emails, chats, blogs, websites, comments, harassment, and instant messaging. The school is an easy target for these situations. The problem is how it affects our focus, so it's important to know the strategies to prevent it. The cyberbullying have some characteristics. There may be 4 basic types: the vengeful angel, the power-hungry, the mean girls, and the enabler. From these results, we can deduce that cyberbullying has spread like a common problem and quite affects the lives of the victims, or at least makes them have a hard time. So the culture of tolerance should be reinforced. Preventive talks with kids' parents so they can provide support and punishment for the victims and the other kids who harass the other children online. Our objectives and hypothesis is knowing which social networks are more prone to it, know how many students within our group are victims or victimizers, compare the results with similar national or international studies to draw conclusions from this information. Some of the symptoms of cyberbullying are depression, lower grades, disconnection with family and friends, and even other serious psychological implications such as psychological disorders and even suicide. Action must be taken immediately when detecting any of the symptoms on our children. The psychiatrist can provide a solution to this problem, but ultimately the kid must confront his inner demons to resolve his conflicts with the bullies. In a group, 40% have suffered cyberbullying, and 13% have affected them psychologically. 47% have committed cyberbullying to others. In of the cases, 80% occurred in Facebook, 16% in Twitter, and 1% in other social networks, compared to the US, where 60% have been in Facebook, Twitter at 33%, and 7% by other social networks. To avoid further problems, we must reinforce the tolerant culture, and also we gotta watch our kids, because most of the times it's because we never pay attention to them, so they go online and do things that they won't do on real life. So a preventive culture must be created also within the parents to avoid these kind of situations.